Okay, good morning. So we are going to start with some knee support, a modified virasana. So if you have a bolster, um, I like the firm support. You can put it there, and then a blanket from headstand or shoulder balance position. You just fold it and then put the smooth edge forward. And grab as many blankets as you need. And then to get in, your knees come together and you're gonna roll onto your forehead. And you're pulling the tissue of the calves, the skin, the muscle straight back towards your heels. And that's opening up that knee joint. And now we have that support of our cushions. Okay. So our sit bones, the two bones are even on the support, on the cushion. You can raise that support up as high as you need for your knees. But this is an amazingly restorative pose. It not only stacks that pelvic bowl, but it stacks all of your vertebra. It's one of the best poses to get the vertebra aligned. And also that sacrum skin moving in the correct direction. So that triangular bone in the back of your pelvis, the sacrum, the skin of the sacrum should be moving up towards the ceiling. And that's going to support that curvature, healthy curvature, and healthy length of the spine. And then we want to elongate from there. So lifting your center sternum upwards and forwards, up towards the sky. Spread the collarbones wide. Open the chest, broaden the chest. Fill up this chest cavity. Use your breath. Inhale through your nose. Find that expansion. Pause at the top of your breath. Exhale. Keep that expansion. Again, inhale. Expand into your rib cage, your lungs. Keep that expansion. Exhale. Good. So it's working that inner channel, that inner line, which starts to tone all the organs towards the spine. And then we have that even weight on our sit bones, and your toes are pointing straight back behind you. So let me show you a side view just so there's no confusion for anyone. My feet are just on the outside of the bolster, toes pointing straight back. And again, sacrum skin lifting. And then sideways lengthening. Navel towards the spine. Rolling that inner shoulder where the neck meets the shoulder. Down and back. Down and back. And really give yourself that adjustment. It's one of those things that we don't know that we need until we experience it. And we don't realize that our traps, these top shoulders, are living on the front body until we physically adjust them and move that muscle, that tissue, that skin to the back body. I swear it's an instantaneous. You feel 20 years lighter, 20 years younger. Just roll that, use your hands, use your fingers, get the trapezius, the muscle. Feel that thick muscle on the top of the shoulders that meets the neck. Roll it down your back body towards the floor, towards the glutes. It's an arm workout, just getting those traps down. That's where what is the saying? Where you hold the weight of the world on your shoulders, that's these traps. Roll those down and back. And then we have more grace. Good. So toes are pointing straight back. Again, you have as much height as you need under your butt. And then these knee joints are starting to open. So when we got into this pose, and you can adjust again to really experience it, we rolled onto the top of our head. Doesn't work if you have a hair tie. Open up those knee joints, pull the tissue back towards the heels, towards the toes. You're opening up that knee joint, pulling it back, pulling it back, pulling it back. Just that is an amazing adjustment and opening for that knee joint. And then we start to get into that precision. So we're reaching through the right sit bone, reaching through the left sit bone. And that's where we get that pelvic stability from right to left, front to back. So just work through that awareness and the intelligence of your pelvis. Good, find that center line. So the perineum, which is the base of the pelvis, and then that's reaching up to the top of the head. And then we're always working on our foundation, which in this pose is whatever is touching the floor. So it's our feet, it's our shins, it's our knees. So equal pressure, reach downwards, push downwards, shins into the floor. Equal pressure in your feet. And just that pressure downwards starts to strengthen areas and muscles in the spine that we don't normally use. Starts to stack the spine evenly. And then it's building that joint tissue, those stabilizing muscles around the joints, the knee joints. Good. And you might find that you're very active and your pressure on one side of your leg and then not as strong on the other side. So if that's true for you, it's true for most. Find that weaker side that we don't use as much. We don't realize we're doing it, right? It's just habit, second nature at this point. So for me, I need to really actively press into my right shin, right? So whatever side you're not pressing as much, actively press into that side. And that pressure downwards will create a natural lift upwards. Your whole body is going to start interacting together from the joints, the knee joints, to the spine, lengthening and strengthening. And you're going to start feeling that muscle tone and burn, especially in the legs. And now I want you to take it to your ankles and those joints by extending through your toe tips. Reach the toe tips, reach, lengthen, extend. And there's so much burning that's going to start to happen here in the thighs. We want to activate those muscles. But again, it's through that balance of that equal pressure into your shins. Now soften the jaw, soften the face, soften the throat. Again, use your hands to roll this trapezius muscle down your back body. It requires a real physical adjustment. The tops of the shoulders, that inner shoulder, rolling down the back body. And at the same time, these front ribs are reaching to the wall behind you, so they're not flaring open. So look at our equal opposing actions. Sacrum skin moving up, yes. Back, front ribs to the back. But don't lose the sacrum skin. See, front ribs back. Now the sacrum skin's moving down. Sacrum skin up. Front ribs back. Trapezius down. Now synchronize those three motions. Sacrum skin up. Front ribs back. Trapezius down. Now extend through the toe tips and extend through the top of the head. And now put that equal pressure into your foundation, into your base, into your shins, into your knees, into your ankles, into your sit bones. And now the pose is beginning, just beginning. And now we need to cook in it. Equal pressure. Soften the jaw, reach to the top of the head, reach to the toe tips. Sacrum skin up. Reach that sacrum skin towards the back of the head. Equal pressure in your foundations. Front ribs to the back of to the wall behind you. Trapezius down your back. Good. Release your hands. Keep the trapezius down and back. Keep your palms open, facing up towards the ceiling. Keep that firm, solid pressure in your foundation and your shins. And now we're getting an external rotation of the arms. So again, you don't know you need it until you receive it. Use your right hand to grab your left arm, reach from the inner arm, roll, twist outwards. Now engage the foundation, the toe tips, all the points, palms facing up, smooth breathing. Don't lose any of that hard work, any of those foundations. That's where it becomes mentally and physically demanding. You're in training. Training of the skeletal system, muscular system, nervous system, breath, awareness, smooth, deep breathing through your nose. It's harder than it looks. External rotation. You can take that arm out to the side. External rotation. Equal pressure in your foundation. Good. Opposite side. So see if you can get those traps. So front body lifting, armpit, chest, lifting. Look at how much lift I got. Armpit, chest, lifting up towards the ceiling. Roll the top shoulders down the back. Reach the sacrum skin to the ceiling. Front ribs to the back of the room, which also means your back rib is expanding to the wall behind you. So much intelligence there, so much work there. The scapulas will start to reset the shoulder blades, the spine, right? If one thing is even a millimeter off, all of the muscles compensate. If you have one thing that's slightly off, that creates a pulling of the tissues, of the muscles, compensation. Strength here, weakness here. As soon as that comes into alignment, that opens, that releases, this starts to tone. Everything becomes integrated, connected, right? Whereas before it was separate. So armpit chest lifting, shoulders rolling down the back, navel to the spine. Now we got to do the other arm. Reach the right arm forward, palm facing up towards the ceiling. Use your left hand to grab on the inside of the arm. External rotation. You're going to get so much more length on the back of your neck. Trapezius, top of your shoulder, rolling straight down behind you, towards your glutes. Smooth breathing. Remember, this is a retraining, a re-education. Exhale. Keep that external rotation, but bring the arm out to your right side. So your fingertips are just extended, reaching out. We're getting that external rotation. And again, this is remolding the way the muscle, the tissue adheres to the bone, impacting your neck, your arm strength, your shoulders, your scapulas, your thoracic spine, your lower spine, your pelvis, right? It impacts everything. It's all connected. It's a chain. Ooh, and you might feel that burning in your traps, in your arms. We want that. That's the work. That's that toning, especially that toning around that cervical vertebra. Again, it's going to strengthen the nervous system. And now keep your focus, your gaze on one spot in front of you. So your eyes just have a single concentrated focus and the face gets soft. Exhale, good. Okay, now to come out of this one, we could stay in this a long time, but I'm sure some of us need to come out. So again, just watch. I'm gonna roll on the top of my head. I'm gonna move the cushion. I'm gonna cross my ankles. I'm gonna exhale, and if you can, then you just bring the feet forward. Bring my feet forward, and you might have a little inner trembling. That's good. Things recoordinating. So that's a very important one. We need to work on that one as often as we can, daily if possible. And now let's sculpt again, okay? So the sit bones right now are probably tucked in. We want to release the sit bones. So we're going to roll that outer hip, roll the muscle, the tissue, roll, roll, roll. That inner groin is releasing towards the floor. And see how I'm moving the skin outwards, upwards, skin outwards, upwards. That takes away that tuck, right? Sculpt, mold the right leg. Groin releasing towards the floor. Grab and release the tissue. So from the back of the hamstring towards the glutes, outer hip, towards the front body. So let me show you. Back of the hamstring towards the glutes, outer hip towards the front body. It's like you're wrapping a gift. You're literally re-sculpting the muscle, the tissue, the fiber back to its home. And once that energetic blueprint, the fibers, the physical tissue is realigned, it's everything goes back to home. The body metabolizes anything that gets stored, any congestion, the body metabolizes it because it goes back to its home. Okay, roll onto those front sit bones. See how I'm scooting myself forward? Scoot, 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 scoot. I'm literally walking inch, 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 inch. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Feet together. Mounds of the big toes touching, inner heels touching, outside edge of your knees reaching to the floor. Can't see it with these sweatpants, but there's a gap, right? Feel that gap underneath your outer knee. Outer knee, there's actually 2 points on the back of your outer knee, 2 dimples. I'll show them to you. Those are reaching down towards the floor. Okay, left outer knee reaching to the floor, right outer knee reaching to the floor. And again, you might feel so much internal trembling and percolation because it's new awareness, new intelligence. Again, it's that body metabolizing, going back to that healthy, energetic blueprint, the way that we come in, the way that we're anatomically formed before all the stresses of life happen. Okay, so deep knee surgery, this one is. And again, you might have that trembling, and that's a sign that you're getting to that alignment, right? So those outer 2 dimples, I'll show them to you. Keep in your work. Keep going, but look. Oh, see here if I can do this. Outer 2 dimples, 1, 2. Inner 2 dimples, 1, 2. So there's 2, 4. You can see it sometime on the back in a mirror. These outer dimples are reaching towards the floor. Okay? Most people, these 2 front inner dimples on the inside of the knee are overdeveloped and these are underdeveloped, right? Depends on the person, but that's common. Again, get into your pose. Mounds of big toes touching. You can literally use a rubber band if you can't get those two big toes touching. It changes the intelligence of the spine. It changes the activation you get in the pose. So we worked a lot last week on the 3 points of the feet. That was the more intermediate work, advanced work. So pressing through the mounds of the big toes, the inner heels, and the center outer edge of the feet. Press, 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 press. Just that starts to reorganize the body, the pelvis. Wherever you need alignment, it's going to go straight to. Again, have that drishti, that focus of your eyes. Focus on your two big toes. Focus the brain by choosing a focal point. Soften the gaze, soften the face. Have a neutral expression. It does impact the nervous system, the brain. And focus on the two big toes. Again, if you have that inner trembling, inner shaking, good, we're finding new awareness. Spread the toes wide. The 10 toes are widening. Probably for our entire lives, we've been crammed into shoes that are not wide enough for our feet. So this is your invitation to broaden wide across the bottom of the feet. Most of us have forgotten how. We got trained out of it, programmed out of it from a young age. Broaden wide across the bottom of your feet. And we will get to the posture, but if you are rounded, try and give that length in your spine and your side waist. Reach to the toe tips. Okay, foundation, anything that's touching the floor. We know we're working on the two outer points of the knee, right? Focus there for a second. 1, 2, left leg. 1, 2, right leg. It's such a deep strength training. And through the legs, the pelvis. 1, 2, outside left knee. 1, 2, outside right knee. Just that might take all of our concentration, all of it. Take a few breaths. Don't lose. 1, 2 on the left, 1, 2 on the right. Now integrate it, because most of us have probably lost the points of our feet by now. Integrate it with those points. Mounds of big toes pressing. Inner heels releasing towards the wall in front of you. Release where the inner arch meets the inner heel. This point is reaching towards the wall in front of you. Mounds of big toes, inner heels, center, outside edge of your foot. There's an actual bone there. About the center of your foot, you'll feel a bone. That point at the bottom of your foot, reaching towards the wall in front of you. Again, so much work on the alignment of the musculoskeletal system, the strengthening of the nervous system. Okay, so we have our feet, mounds, big toes, inner heels, outside edges of our feet, toes expanding, reaching through your toe tips. Activate the nervous system through your toe tips, tips of your toes. Can we keep that? And then get those two outside edges of your dimples down. Okay, feet, 1, 2, 3. Outside edges of your knees, left leg, 1, 2. Right leg, 1, 2. And you'll feel, once you get all those points synchronized together, you'll feel it activate through your entire body and specifically where you need it. You can always have something behind you to help you keep that length. So it takes a lot of work to retrain that body. Spread the bottom of the feet wide, reach through the toe tips. Focal point, eye gaze on your mounds of your big toes. Press, 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 press. Even if you get one of these points, it's going to transform your body. Mounds of big toes pressing. Inner heels releasing towards the wall in front of you. Press to the center outside edges of your feet. Your feet are going to be talking to you. They're going to be activating. They're going to be toning. Those arches are going to be developing. That's going to speak to the sacrum. It's going to literally speak to where you need it. Now, 1, 2, outside edge of the knee on the left. 1, 2, outside edge of the knee on the right. Pretend like you're trying to break through the floor with the pressure of your legs. The heel never comes off the ground. Holy moly, it's so much to focus on. Okay, now, equal pressure in your right heel, equal pressure in your left heel. And again, it might feel hard to put pressure on one side or the other. It might feel easy to put pressure on one leg and one heel. So let's just do it. Put pressure in your left heel. See how that feels? Really put pressure in that left heel. It is going to reorganize that knee joint and that communication of that knee joint to your pelvis, your sit bone. And then, of course, all of the muscle rearranges from there. Okay, so just working on that left leg. Spread the toe tips wide. Press through the mounds of the big toes. Reach through the inner heel. Press through the center outside edge of the outer foot. Equal pressure in the back of the heel. And now 1, 2. Activate that left outer knee. And again, there might be trembling. So we're just working on the intelligence of the left side right now. Now engage the muscle to the bone. 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 And eventually we want to create that communication network between that left sit bone and that left heel. Okay? That's how we open up that knee joint. Smooth breathing. Go through the points together. Left leg only. Mounds a big toe. Inner heel. Center outer edge of the foot. Firm pressure downwards with the heel. 1, 2 on the outer dimples of the knee. Find that left sit bone. Roll onto the inside edge of your sit bone, the front edge of your sit bone. And find that connection to your left heel. It's a lot of work. Okay, now let's work the right side. Right mound of big toe. Right inner heel. Right center outer edge of the foot. Right heel pressing straight down into the floor. Engage the muscle to the bone, all the way up to your hips. Muscle to the bone, muscle to the bone. Just working that right leg. Firm pressure downwards. Still try and keep your chest square and your belly button in the center. Reach through your right toe tips. Press through the mound of your right big toe. Inner heel, center outer edge of the foot. Ground that right heel into the floor. 1, 2, outer dimples of the knee. Engage the muscle to the bone and the femur. And then find that right sit bone, specifically the front of the sit bone and the inside edge of the sit bone. Ground that sit bone. Find that connection and communication to the right heel and the right sit bone. The whole right side of the spine is lengthening, getting longer. Okay, now I gotta work evenly. Release. Again, you can use a prop behind you to help you with that lengthening, that opening. Both feet this time. Mounds of big toes pressing. Toe tips expanding, feet spreading wide. Inner heel releasing towards the wall in front of you. Center outside edges of your feet reaching towards the wall in front of you. Ground both heels to the floor. It's so much more work than it looks. 1, 2, right knee. 1, 2, left knee. Releasing those outer dimples towards the floor. Legs are probably trembling, percolating. Now grab the sit bones. Release the inside edge of your sit bones towards the floor and the front edge of your sit bones towards the floor. Find a space to focus on in front of you. Have your face neutral. Your forehead and your chin parallel with the wall in front of you. Lift the heart, roll the trapezius down and back. Engage the muscles of the bone in your arms and your legs. And literally, if you can keep this awareness, even for a second, you're doing huge work and your body will incorporate it. Your body will metabolize it. Mounds of big toes pressing, toes spreading wide, bottoms of the feet spreading wide, inner heels reaching towards the wall in front of you. Outside edge of your feet. Dimples, 1, 2, 1, 2. Muscle engaged to the bone. Pretend like you have a 50-pound weight on your femurs, the front of your thighs. Reach through the inside edge of your sit bone, reach through the front edge of your sit bone. It completely changes the intelligence of the spine, but don't lose the feet. Once we get the sit bones, we usually lose the feet. Inside edge of your sit bones reaching, front edge of your sit bones reaching. Activate the feet, activate the feet, activate the feet. And yes, it's exhausting to have this much awareness to work on all of it, to synchronize it, to harmonize it. But that's where the magic is. Different parts of your body are going to be talking to you. That's where the work begins. If you have the shaking, the trembling, smooth breath through your nose, smooth breath through your nose. Extend beyond it, reach beyond it. Sit bones, outer edges of the knees. Now, just like we worked prior, the sacrum skin, the back of the sacrum, is reaching up towards the ceiling, towards the back of the head. Equal pressure in your hands, equal pressure in your heels, equal pressure in your sit bones. Roll the inner shoulder down and back. Find the 2 sit bones. You could work on just the intelligence of the 2 sit bones for hours. Hours, and I mean it. Because it's the intelligence of the 2 sit bones that is going to align that spine, strengthen that spine, find where those weaknesses are, tone those areas. And that again just comes through awareness of the sit bones. Exhale, release the arms forward. Palms towards each other. Engage the muscle to the bone in the arms. Engage the legs, engage the sit bones, soften the face, soften the throat. Reach through the top of the head. Exhale, arms come upwards, legs reach downwards. You're trying to break the floor with the pressure of your legs. Trying to break the floor with the pressure of your legs. Those heels do not come up. And then these arms, you're trying to reach them behind your ears, behind the whole of your ears. Reach the arms back, reach the arms back, reach the arms back. Just like we worked with the intelligence of the feet, work with the intelligence of your palms. Palms spreading wide, arms reaching back behind you. Yes, any weaknesses will show up. That's where loving kindness comes in. Non-attachment comes in. Focus on your breath. Smooth inhalation through your nose, smooth exhalation through your nose. That's the work. That's the work. Roll on the inside edge of your sit bone and your front sit bones. Again, your body is metabolizing any stagnation, rebuilding those channels, those connections, those neural pathways, rebuilding that original blueprint. And if you think that's not a lot of work, it is. Look up towards the ceiling. Think of one thing that you're grateful for. One thing that you're grateful for. Someone, something. Exhale. Oh, release. Oh my God, good work. I know some of you are yelling at me. Grab the inside edge of your knees with your hands. Keep your legs soft. We just did a huge dissection of the groin, the muscle, the tissue, the way it adheres to the bone, the pelvis. Keep it soft. Use your hands grabbing the inside of the knees to bend your knees, bringing the bottoms of the feet together. Okay? Now we can really work with the intelligence of the spine now that the feet are together. So stay where you are. I'm just going to face you. Huge realignment. Okay, so now that our legs are bent, we don't have that limiting factor with our flexibility that way. Now we just have it here. So again, roll onto the inside edges of your pelvis, your front hips. Soften the face, soften the throat. If you can clasp your hands around the front of your toes, please do. So if we can actually find the center of the pelvis, and it can be a lot of work to find it, trust me, that's when the work begins. So roll on the front edge of the sit bone, the inside edge of the sit bone, front edge of the sit bone, inside edge of the sit bone. And imagine, so there's your whole spine. Pretend that you're imagining the skeleton. And then it connects to the pelvic bowl. And at the base of that are the two sit bones. And you're trying to roll on the innermost edge of the sit bone, of the actual bone, and the frontmost edge of the bone. So just, again, work through your brain, work through your mapping of the body. And just through your awareness, like I have way more weight on my left sit bone, okay? That's my default. So I'm gonna lift that left sit bone to get weight on that right sit bone. And again, I'm feeling through my body awareness, getting on the inside edge of the sit bones. For me specifically, really working to get on the inside of the right sit bone. And then rolling to the front edge. So whatever side of your seat is heavy, lift that side of the seat up towards the ceiling, which means everything's going to have to shift to the opposite side. Which means the spine has to completely reorganize. So again, we're actively seeking the weaknesses, which is anywhere there's a misalignment, and strengthening those, which will create that alignment over time, over practice. Face soft, face neutral, forehead, chin neutral, parallel with the wall in front of you. And if you're not sure which seat you're heavier in, just play. Lift the left side up, which will distribute more weight in the right. Lift the right side up, which will distribute more weight in the left. Whichever one feels weird, different, train there. So we do have to train asymmetrically to find symmetry. So by me lifting that left sit bone up, getting heavier seated in my right side of my pelvis, the sacrum has to adjust, the spine has to adjust, the knees, the joints, the neck, the shoulders, literally the back of the brain, literally everything has to readjust. Take that length, reach to your center spine, reach out the center top of the head, and now see if you can just find that neutral pelvis. Groins releasing. And who knew that sitting could actually be so much work? We're toning the hips, we're releasing the pelvis, the inner groins. This pelvic work is a necessity for our reproductive health, for our reproductive organs. So we're just stabilizing through the pelvis. Pretend that your pelvic bowl, your pelvis or sit bones are on a bathroom scale. Many of us, most of us, would be reading 10, 20, 30 pounds more on one side or the other. I would say 50 pounds of pressure on the left side, 10 pounds on the right, right? So we're just actually balancing those bathroom scales of the actual pelvis. And again, it all comes from the sit bones. That's our feedback for the entire rest of the pelvic bowl. Okay? And yes, as you find those imbalances, it feels humbling most of the time. But as you find those imbalances, you find those weaknesses, those areas start to activate, those strong areas start to soften, release. And then that's when you feel that inner harmony. Release, relax. Again, the spine is going to be activated and toning. So again, through the pressure of the sit bones, I still have to work on getting more pressure on the right sit bone by releasing the left sit bone upwards. Roll the inner shoulders down and back. Inner shoulders down and back, inner shoulders down and back. Lengthen through the center top of the head. Exhale. Ooh, release. Again, use your hands to bring your knees together. Keep the groin soft, 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 soft. Good work. Take the legs wide. Okay. Get space. Make sure you have enough space. Okay. And again, you want your feet on the same plane. So I have this awesome rug that has lines, which actually shows me my right foot is 3 lines back. My left foot is 3 lines back, okay? Usually there's at least 2-inch difference. And again, the way that we get more opening of the pelvis, opening of the legs, just micro scoot forward, micro scoot forward, micro scoot forward. Just till you find your edge. Just till you find your edge. Never want any sharp pain ever. Aching, grueling is part of the process. Again, work the intelligence of the feet. And again, find the two outside dimples of the knee, right knee, release. It's completely different work. Left knee, release. So it's knee rehab, it's pelvic rehab, it's working all of it. Okay. Press through the inner heel. Press through the inner heel. And then find the outside dimples. Inner heel, outside dimples of the knees. Woo. The legs have to strengthen in a way that you've maybe never worked before. Inner heels, pressing. Outside dimples of your knee, pressing to the floor. Equal pressure on that right heel and that left heel. Find the inside edge of your sit bones. Release those towards the floor. Find the front edges of your sit bones. Release those towards the floor. Center heart is lifting upwards and forwards. Upwards and forwards. Upwards and forwards. Face is soft. Side temples are opening. And again, you can use something behind you to help you find that length in your spine. So it's amazing how much the body reorganizes and goes home and how much it's calling for that. Again, just by working on these points and synchronizing them. Spread the bottoms of your feet. Reach through the inner heels. Reach through the inner heels. Reach through the inner heel. Where that inner heel meets your inner arch. Press those two outside dimples on your outer knees down. Imagine that you have a 50-pound weight on your right thigh and your left thigh. Reach, 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 reach. Inner groin's rolling. This inner groin, this steel cable rolling towards the floor. And now just synchronize and synergize it. Synergize it all. Your body's innate intelligence will kick on as you start to get a few of these points. And again, the body will start to metabolize where there's been stagnation, misalignment, old injuries. Muscle to the bone. Inner heels, outer knees, inner groins. Whatever side of the seat you're heavy on, lift that side up towards the ceiling. Let the other side ground. Smooth breathing, smooth breathing, smooth breathing, smooth breathing. None of it really matters. But that smooth breathing is how you harmonize it. That's how you really get into that nervous system. Smooth breathing. That's where that intelligence kicks in. Reach through your inner sit bones. Reach through your inner sit bones. Lengthen the spine longer, longer, longer. Sacrum skin reaching to the back of the head. And then for these last moments, just see how much you can synchronize any of the points you've learned today. How many of them can you cultivate in this moment, in this single moment? Again, smoothing the breath, lengthening the breath, breathing through the nose. Equal pressure on the hands, equal pressure in your foundations, anything that's touching the floor. So this is where we build the endurance, is the harmonizing of these points and then the holding of them. The moment to moment awareness. That's what you're cultivating. Scoot a little bit forward. Open up the pelvis more. Inner shoulders rolling down the back body. Reach through the pelvis, reach through the sit bones. Inner groins releasing towards the floor. Closing the gap of any air, any space behind your ankles, behind your knees, behind your thighs. Equal sit bones, equal sit bones, equal sit bones. Equal pressure in the knees. Get those two outer points pressing. Changes everything. Two outer points of the knees pressing inner heels. Lengthening, 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 lengthening. And we truly just have to train here. This is the training. This is the full body training, full body integration. It is the whole brain integration. And that whole nervous system remapping. Soft face, soft throat, soft organs. Toning everything else. Smooth breathing. Keep in your pose. I'm just going to do a time check. Stay, stay, stay. Focus on your awareness points. Yep. Okay, so as you come out, you're going to grab those insides of the knees slow. I'm talking slow. You just did surgery from the inside out, dissection. Come to a comfortable seat. Come lying on your backs. You can have a bolster under your knees if you need. Remove your glasses, but make sure that your feet and your hands are not touching any props. Come lying flat. This is where the nervous system releases and softens and integrates everything, all those neural pathways that you just opened. Soft. You worked so hard. Here's the surrender piece. Right? We work so hard towards something, towards a vision. And I do find when I really work hard on my alignment, it's not just my body that's aligning. Everything else comes into alignment. So we work so hard. Life, the universe, God, whatever it is in your experience, meets us halfway. And then we surrender, we let go, we trust in life, trust the process. It's where gratitude comes in. Gratitude does change the brain. Soften the back of the brain. The back of the brain is that survival brain. You can physically soften the back of the brain. We are changing that physical anatomical structure, which absolutely does impact our perception and our experience of the world. You building that grit and that grace all at once. Now soften, surrender. I like to picture a rose, right? Soft petals of a rose. That sweet bloom, that sweet smell. Next time you get to smell a rose, put your full face in it. And allow the soft petals of the rose to actually touch your cheeks, your face, your nose, your lips. So that's how soft we want to be, as soft as the petals of a rose. And then think of the strong, thick stem of a rose and the thorns, right? That rose may be soft and beautiful, but it is strong. That rose is in the elements, right? The sun beating down on it. The drought, the dehydration, the rain, the wind. It's in the elements. It's strong. It's rooted. It's grounded. It's alive. It's vibrant. We can really, truly learn everything we need to know from nature, including a single rose bush. Deep roots equals deep nourishment, equals deep hydration, equals strength. And then reaching up to that sunshine, literally absorbing the sunshine into our leaves, into those rose leaves. And then that rose, it opens, it blooms. It's soft, it's perceptive. You can almost smell it, right? You can almost smell it. Maybe you can. So that's that grounded support that's with us always. The ground beneath the feet, our roots, our nourishment, our hydration, that strength of our stems, which is our body, our spine. And then that soft blooming, which is our nervous system, our perception, our softening. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Roll on out to your side. Press downwards to come upwards. Come to a seated position. You really did a lot of work today. Good job. Eyes closed, chin towards the heart, palms together. Symbolizing that right brain and that left brain harmonizing, coming together. Elbows are releasing towards the floor, weighted. Equal pressure in those sit bones, which again is what tones an aligned pelvis and aligned spine. That awareness of that rose still with us. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for your softening, for your strength, your aligning. It matters so much more than we realize, so much more than we know. Thanks for taking the time today to be present, to be here, to practice together. Take one last integrating breath where you're taking all of this practice, awareness, work into the rest of your day. Let it just integrate. Love you all. Thank you. See you next week. Keep up the amazing, beautiful work. And we will see you next time. Bye.